Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Gerard. I'm a solution architect with TriMin Systems, and today I'm going to go over our SQL Manager for IDF. This tool evolved like a lot of our products from a real need on our staff, and that was to manage the SQL views, as well as SQL tables to create files, procedure calls, and also indexes. Really, it started out as a way to manage all of our source, as well as promote it to customers and to new environments. And just because it's critical in our IDF development, it really needed a better way to be managed. The package also comes with 7 predefined views that have value right out of the box. And these business objects, these business views are actually brought into IDF so you can enable them and use them in your everyday life. And we'll go over what that content that is included for you. The other thing I'll mention is we have a pretty complete manual that comes with it, and it comes with some initial training. And if you need additional training for your staff on developing views, we can actually do that for you as a separate service. After installation, you get this SQL Manager tab. This is the main tool itself, which we're going to spend most of our time in. We're also going to go over at the end of this some of the predefined content that we've created with the SQL views. There is one other business object that comes with it, and that's to be able to organize your views by category or by area. We use this tool for burst views, for cobweb interfaces, and uh, a lot of other packages. So it's a way to identify those packages by areas if you wanted to use that. If you look at the actual content delivered, these objects are part of the actual tool itself. And then these are the views that we will install with the product that you can leverage over these business areas like item and customer and facility. Here's the views that are already defined in the system. Again, these are yours to use, and then you can use these examples to extend them. We have several over the customer shipped line item file and header, MRP file, some basic MRP activity, a really useful inventory summarization, and then sort of a simple capacity load by facility that you can use and leverage. To define a new view, you can simply hit the create button, give it a name, a library. Now this can default to a standard library, and there's also a way when you import these to a new environment to change the library name that it's going to get created in. So the source statements themselves will never reference a library, which is important for release transparency and upgrades. You've got an option of view, table, procedure, or index. So this window here is where you're going to define again the base file that it's built over, give it a name. You can give it the category code. Just these are internal comments, good to document what your business object or your view has. When you generate it from the toolbar, this is where it will show any error messages. It does some edit checking on the creation. It has a file procedure description, which it labels the file on the iSeries. I'll show you this in a view. So this is your actual SQL view, and you can also maintain it in a full window over here. This one happens to look at transaction history and summarizes it by transaction type. Here's your field text and your column headings defined. And then if you're going to use this for indexes or procedures, it's going to be over here. Now, some of the options that you have available is to create the view or index from the maintain menu, or you can put that on the toolbar to generate your view. You've also got user actions to retrieve SQL scripts. So if predecessors have created a lot of SQL views, or you have, and you want to capture that and bring this into the tool, it's got a retrieval tool. You can export the actual content of the views as a save file if you need to bring it to a new system. And then you can export and import them to another library. So if you create a spin-off of a test environment, you can bring all those definitions over and then generate them in the correct library, pointing to the correct files. Now, I will say what we typically do is we will vet out the syntax using other methods like the SQL script runner within the iSeries client access solution. So we still use this to actually vet and develop views if they're new. But once they're built, this is a good tool to come in and make simple changes, change the column headings, and edit it. And again, we can provide classes that kind of go over some best practices. We have a lot of SQL views in here that do some date routines and do some basically look similar to a pivot table concept. And we'll go over the content next of what you're gonna that comes available with this product.